Prime Field.
Welcome back to Prime Field, where we break down the game's biggest stories and the rising stars rewriting the future of basketball. I'm here to take you through something truly special today. The landscape of women's college basketball is about to get a massive shakeup. As we gear up for the 2025-26 season, we're witnessing something extraordinary at the guard position. We've got returning superstars hungry for redemption, freshman phenoms ready to make their mark, and storylines that could define the entire season. Today we're ranking the 5 most electrifying guards who are set to dominate the hardwood. But here's what makes this ranking different. We're not just looking at stats or highlights. We're diving deep into professional potential, championship impact, and that intangible factor that separates good players from legends. From UConn's Morgan Cheli to Notre Dame's Hannah Hidalgo, these athletes represent the future of women's basketball. So buckle up, because we're about to explore talent that will have you marking your calendar for tip-off. Let's start with the absolute elite, the players who are in a tier all their own. When we talk about S-tier talent, we're talking about players who don't just play basketball, they redefine it. These are the athletes who make opposing coaches lose sleep, who have WNBA scouts frantically taking notes, and who carry the weight of National Player of the Year expectations on their shoulders. There's only one player who truly belongs in that conversation right now, and her name is Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame. Picture this scenario. You're down by 10 points with 5 minutes left in a crucial game. The crowd is deafening, the pressure is mounting, and your team needs a hero. Hannah Hidalgo is exactly the type of player you want with the basketball in her hands. This isn't just hype. This is a player who has already proven she can carry that weight. Hidalgo's journey to elite status continued in her sophomore campaign, the 2024-25 season, solidifying her as a 2-time All-American. With Olivia Miles now at TCU, Hidalgo is undeniably the franchise player for Notre Dame, fully embracing the role of carrying the team. The numbers tell only part of the story, averaging 23.8 points, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 3.7 steals per game in 2024. 25 is impressive, but leading the ACC in steals for 2 consecutive years? That's elite. Hidalgo doesn't just score, she disrupts, she creates, and she elevates everyone around her. What sets her apart in this S-tier isn't just her current ability, it's her proven track record of rising to the moment when it matters most. In a sport where so much depends on handling pressure, Hidalgo has already shown she thrives under the brightest lights. Moving into our A tier, we encounter players who represent the perfect blend of proven talent and untapped potential. These are the athletes who could very well crash the National Player of the Year conversation and are positioning themselves as cornerstone pieces for championship runs. First up is Aaliyah Chavez from Oklahoma. And let me tell you, the hype surrounding this freshman is absolutely justified. As the consensus #1 recruit in her class, now committed to the Sooners, the expectations are sky high. But Chavez brings something special that goes beyond rankings. Here's what makes Chavez so intriguing. She's been compared to Kelsey Mitchell, one of the most prolific scorers in recent college basketball history. That comparison, not thrown around lightly, Chavez possesses that rare ability to create her own shot with seemingly effortless precision. We're talking about a player whose shooting range extends to 25 feet, who can pull up from anywhere on the court, and still has the basketball IQ to make her teammates better. But talent alone doesn't guarantee success at the college level. What gives Chavez that extra edge is her winning pedigree. She's already captured the Gatorade National Player of the Year and led her team to a state championship. Those aren't just accolades. They're proof she knows how to perform when the stakes are highest. Then we have Jasmine Jazzy Davidson from USC, a player who brings a completely different dimension to the guard position. At 6'2", Davidson, a confirmed USC commit, represents the evolution of the modern guard. Size, skill, and versatility all packaged into one dynamic player. Her left-handed style adds an element of unpredictability that keeps defenders guessing. Her length allows her to see over smaller guards and finish over contests that would trouble most players her age. And she's no stranger to the spotlight. As a key contributor to the USA Basketball U18 gold medal team, Davidson has already proven she can compete at the highest levels against elite international competition. What makes USC's addition of Davidson so compelling is how she fits into their championship aspirations. This isn't a rebuilding program hoping to develop talent. This is a team ready to compete for titles right now, and Davidson's ability to contribute immediately makes her one of the most impactful newcomers in the country. Our B tier represents something fascinating in sports. Elite talent facing significant question marks. These are players who possess the kind of skill that could easily place them in higher tiers, but circumstances beyond their control create a level of uncertainty that makes their upcoming season compelling to watch. Juju Watkins from USC embodies this complexity perfectly. Let's be completely honest here. If we were ranking purely on talent and past performance, Watkins would absolutely be an S-tier consideration. Her freshman and sophomore seasons were nothing short of spectacular, the kind of dominant debut that has fans already penciling in future WNBA success. But sports can be cruel, and Watkins now faces the ultimate test of an athlete's resolve. That torn ACL suffered in March 2025 isn't just an injury. It's a complete disruption of what should have been a seamless path to superstardom. The expected timeline? She'll likely miss most, if not all, of the 2025-26 season. But here's what makes Watkins' situation so intriguing. Her recovery and eventual return will be one of the most watched comebacks in women's college basketball, because when a player of her caliber faces adversity, it often reveals something deeper, something that pure talent alone can't measure. USC's championship hopes may very well depend on how quickly and how effectively she can return to form. Then we have Morgan Cheli from UConn, a player whose potential seems limitless, but whose availability remains the crucial question mark. Standing at 6'2", Cheli represents the modern, versatile guard that championship teams are built around. Her basketball IQ? Off the charts. Her defensive instincts? Exceptional. And her ability to impact winning goes far beyond any single stat. But here's the concerning pattern. Cheli's freshman season in 2024-25 was cut short by an ankle injury requiring surgery in February 2025, and even before that, she dealt with injury issues during her high school career. For a player entering her sophomore season in a program with national title expectations, health isn't just important, it's everything. What makes Cheli's situation especially compelling is the setting. UConn isn't just any program, it's a dynasty, a place where players are expected to contribute to championship runs, not just someday, but now. If Cheli can stay healthy, her size and skill set make her the perfect complement to UConn's stacked roster. But that's a big if, and it's exactly the kind of storyline that could define not just individual success, but potentially the entire season for one of college basketball's most storied programs. The beauty of Pro Sody Pit. As we wrap up our tier rankings, it's important to understand something bigger. What we're really looking at is a snapshot of one of the most pivotal seasons in recent women's college basketball history. These 5 guards represent different paths to excellence, different challenges to overcome, and different stories that will unfold over the coming months. Hannah Hidalgo enters the season with the pressure and the privilege of being the undisputed star. Her S-tier ranking isn't just about current ability. It's about leadership. It's about two-way dominance that wins championships. Every game she plays will be a statement. Can she carry Notre Dame to the promised land? Aaliyah Chavez and Jasmine Davidson represent the changing of the guard, literally and figuratively. Their A-tier status reflects not just talent, but the immediate impact freshmen can now have in today's game. They're walking into programs with championship expectations, and their success, or struggle, could define not just their careers, but their entire team's season. Then we have the B-tier wild cards, Juju Watkins and Morgan Cheli. These two embody the unpredictable nature of sports. Watkins faces the ultimate comeback story, while Cheli hopes to finally stay healthy long enough to show the world what she's truly capable of. But here's what makes this season truly special. Each of these players brings something completely unique to the table. We're not talking about similar skill sets competing for recognition. We're talking about different styles, different strengths, and different ways to impact winning at the highest level. The guard position in women's college basketball has never been deeper, more talented, or more compelling. Whether you're drawn to the established stars, the incoming phenoms, or the comeback stories, this season has something for every basketball fan. So mark your calendars, set your DVRs, and get ready for a season that could redefine what we expect from the guard position in women's college basketball. These 5 players, they're just the beginning. The stage is set. The players are ready. And the only question remaining is, who will rise to the moment when it matters most? Stay tuned to Prime Field, and again, because we'll be there every step of the way to break down the action as it unfolds.
Prime Field!